What's up guys, Eric here from Techisode TV, and today we're taking a look at the S Pen, for a very specific reason. A lot of YouTubers have been bashing the Note 8 recently, saying that the S Pen is a novelty, or that it's only good for people who like to handwrite notes or draw. Well, that couldn't be further from the truth, and to prove it, here are 10 amazing S Pen features for real life. Real quick before we start, this entire video was shot wide on purpose, so if you're using a Galaxy Note 8 or S8, you can go ahead and hit that full screen button now without having to worry about clipping off any part of the video. Have you ever wanted to copy text from a text message or social media, but didn't want to copy the entire message? You can't do that with your finger, but with the S Pen, you can just hold the S Pen button down, drag to select the text you want, and copy it. Easy peasy. Let's say you're on your way out the door and your wife asks you to pick up a few things at the grocery store before you come back. Or you're at work and your boss gives you a laundry list of things he wants you to do. Just pull out the S Pen while your screen is off, write down what you need to do, tap the pin in the corner, tap pin to always on display to confirm, then put the pen back in. This will pin that note to your always on display, so you don't even need to unlock your screen to see the note. If you want to add something to the list later, just double tap the note, edit it, tap the pin, then confirm again. This quick note feature is also great for writing down phone numbers, dates, or other things that people tell you in passing that you'd likely forget if you didn't take the time to write it down. If you just want to save a note instead of pinning it to your always on display, just put the S Pen back in without tapping the pin icon, and the note will be saved in your Samsung Notes app. If you took a bunch of photos on vacation or at a party, and you want to quickly move them to a different folder in your gallery, you can hold the S Pen button down, drag to select any of the photos you want, then drag them into the album you want. This drag to select feature is also handy for adding events to your calendar. Just drag to select the date range, and you can even write in the event details by hand. This also demonstrates another great feature of the S Pen, where it can convert terrible handwriting to digital text. I work with a lot of people who travel all over the world, and a feature that's invaluable to them and can be used on a daily basis when they travel is the Translate feature. All they have to do is open their camera, pull out their S Pen, tap Translate, then hover the S Pen over any word they want to translate. What's even more impressive is if you tap this toggle in the corner, you can switch from translating individual words to translating whole paragraphs. The translation box is also resizable, so you can translate more or less text. This also works on pictures you've already taken, as well as websites and pretty much anything else that has text on it. If you have some shady friends who sometimes send you questionable links, you can hover your S Pen over the link to see a preview of the page without actually having to open it. For people who wear glasses like myself, there's a magnify feature. There have been plenty of times where I've left my glasses in another room and I just want to read a couple sentences on a website or Twitter without having to get my glasses. In those times, I reach for Magnify, which zooms in on a section of the screen up to 300%, which makes the text plenty big enough to read without my glasses on. If you ever have to sign papers for things like a new contract for your apartment, or perhaps part of your job requires you to sign a lot of documents, you can sign right from your phone using the S Pen. Coloring isn't something that everyone's going to use, but I know a lot of people who do color to help them relax. If that's you, the coloring shortcut gives you quick access to dozens upon dozens of templates to color in. You can pick from 7 different types of brushes, change the size of the brushes, and change the opacity of some of them. You get 16 preset colors to choose from, as well as a color wheel to be very specific with the color you want. If you don't want to color in the areas manually, you can tap the Fill Color option at the bottom to fill entire sections with a single tap, which is my personal favorite way of coloring. Live Message is a great feature for people who send a lot of GIFs to their friends or family. This feature allows you to create your own animated drawing, and since it's saved in a universal format, you can send it to anyone you want. I often use this to send messages to my wife, as well as some sarcastic responses to friends. The great thing about this is that your previous animations are saved and can be accessed quickly, so you don't always have to redraw your animation. On top of that, you can also change the backgrounds to a number of different colors or any photo you have saved to your Note 8. If you've ever needed to copy text from an image, like this code on the screen that you can use to get a $5 Visa gift card from Samsung when you enter it into the Samsung Pay app, now you can. Just open Bixby Vision, hover over the text you want to extract, wait for Bixby to process it, then tap the T, then tap Extract Text. Now you can copy and paste that text into the Samsung Pay promotion tab and get that $5 gift card after you've made your first purchase using Samsung Pay. Hurry though, this code is only good for the first 40 people who enter it. I've got one last bonus feature for you guys. The S Pen is expensive to replace if you lose it, so this last feature is a huge money saver if you're a forgetful person. If you go to your S Pen settings, you'll see a feature called Alarm. This will make your phone vibrate and give you a pop-up notification if you try to pick your phone up and walk away without the S Pen in its silo. What's even more useful is that it'll tell you at what day and time you last took the S Pen out of its silo. This timestamp helps you quickly figure out if you left it at work, at a friend's house, or somewhere in your own house. If you guys want to see dozens more S Pen features, check out my 25-minute S Pen review for the Galaxy Note 7 by clicking the card above or the link in the description. The Note 8 has all of those same features and a handful of new ones too. Like the video if you liked it, share it if you loved it, and subscribe to see the rest of my Note 8 coverage. And while you're at it, smash that notification bell so you can be the first to know when a new Note 8 video drops. That's it for this Techisode. I'll see you guys in the next one.